What's up guys, it's Sly Hyper here with another video on SW Bros, and today's video is going to be the top 5 revivers in Summoner's War. So this is my opinion. If your opinion is different, please leave it your opinion down in the comments. We greatly appreciate your feedback as long as it's kind and constructive. But again, this is my opinion. Now this list was hard to make because there's a lot of really good Summoner's War revivers. So people's opinions are going to be different. Now I know that, so I'm fine with you sharing your opinion. There's a lot of good revivers, so there's a lot of different opinions that people will have, but this is my opinion, and again, that's just basically it. It's my opinion, it's not set in stone the best revivers. It's my opinion. So alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. So first is going to be Armana, the light Anubis. Alright, so Armana is not easy to get. Of course, it's a light dark nat 4. Those are few and far between, but if you are lucky enough to have this, it is probably the best reviver in Summoner's War. I mean, it's crazy. So listen to this. So its first skill basically just decreases, or it puts a heal block on the other enemy, and second skill leaves a branding, and the damage increases as the enemy HP becomes lower. So if it's lower, then this thing can kill it like pretty easily. So the third skill, now this is its revive, so it removes all harmful effects on all allies. So it's a cleanse, a full cleanse, recovers their HP by 30% of your max HP. So if your guy's tanky, 30% of your max HP, revives all dead allies with 30% HP if there's any defeated ally, but the skill cooldown will be increased by 2 turns for each revived ally. So let me break that down for you guys. So it's a full cleanse. It heals by 30% of Armana's max HP. So that's pretty simple. You guys will get that one. And then the third part is where it gets confusing. So it revives all the dead allies on your team with 30% HP if there is any dead people on your team. Otherwise, it just does the heal and cleanse. If there's dead people on your team, it'll revive all of them. But every ally you revive will move the skill cooldown by 2 turns. So if you revive one guy, it'll heal everyone, cleanse everyone, revive that guy with 30% HP, and you'll be reusable in 7 turns. I don't know what it is max skilled, I have no idea, but if it's not max skilled, it'll do 7 turns. If you revive 2 guys, it's 9 turns, and etc. So that skill is just so good because it's a heal, a cleanse, and a revive. I mean, that's hard to beat, you know what I'm saying? So that's why Armana comes in at first place. Second place is going to be another light monster, the light pioneer, Nijong or Nigong. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Sorry if I slaughtered that name, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But let's go ahead. Attacks the enemies and puts them to sleep for 2 turns with 20% chance. It increases according to your max HP. So I'm assuming it's more than 20% chance once you max skill him. Maybe more like 50%, which is pretty good. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, so second is going to be attacks the enemy with them to inflict damage that's proportionate to your max HP and recovers the HP of all allies by 15% of your max HP. So as you can tell, you need to build this guy with a lot of HP. All his skills are scaling off it so far. Third one, revives all dead allies again, so it's another AoE revive with 30% HP. So it's the same as that guy so far except minus the heal. And casts soul protection upon all allies that are alive for 3 turns. If the ally with soul protection dies, the ally will be revived at 30% HP. Every 8 turns, and maybe it's more like 6 turns max skill, I'm not sure. I really don't know about that one though, but it revives all dead allies and it puts soul protection. So that's again, a very, very, very good skill. So that's why Nijong is going to come in at second place. Third place is going to be a not light dark monster. For once, it's a wind monster. You guys probably have guessed it by now. Oops, sorry about that. Wait for it to load. Alright. Where is it? There he is. Eladril, the wind archangel. So he is probably the best reviver that's not light dark. So let's get into these skills. So it basically strips with a 75% chance according to his defense. So I don't know how much that 75% chance is once you max skill him. I don't know. Anyway, so it's a strip, Second skill recovers an ally's HP by 50%, reusable every 5 turns. But I'm assuming it's shorter than that once you max skill him, probably like, 3 or 4 or whatever. So that's pretty good right there. And then this one revives a dead ally and fills its HP to the maximum amount. Instead, you lose half your HP. So Eladriel will lose half his HP, half his current HP, but it'll revive another ally with full HP. So I think it's one of the only monsters, if not the only monster, that revives someone with full HP. So that's why it's really good to revive with full HP. So that's why he comes in at 3rd place. Basically, he loses 50% of his health, but then he has this, which he can use on himself. So that'll bring it back up. It's kind of meant to use hand in hand. So that's why Eladriel is going to be coming in at 3rd place. So, and his leader's alright. HP of all allies with win attribute by 50%. So that's pretty good. So that's why Eladriel is going to be coming in at 3rd place. Now let's get into this. 4th place is going to be another win monster. Natural 4-star, Brionne, the Win Death Knight. So Brionne is the only one I've listed so far that I actually have. I love him so much. He's a great reviver. So first skill is a HP block, a heal block. And then the second skill is the AoE attack break, which goes to, I don't know, I could check the percent. So let's see. Alright, so first skill is going to be a 80% heal block, alright? That's basically all it does. Its second skill is going to be a 100% chance sword break on AoE. So AoE sword breaks on the whole other team. So that's really good. I mean, of course, if your accuracy's not good, they won't land, but it'll attempt to do the sword break every single time as long as it doesn't glance, I think. So anyways, and then third skill, revives a dead ally and evens out the HP ratio of all allies. Reusable in 6 turns. And this one's reusable in 4 turns. So reusable in 6 turns, that's really pretty good because it revives and evens the HP. So let's say all your guys are at 100% health. You have 4 guys or 5 guys, I don't know. I think, 5 guys, right? And then, so in like TOA or something, and someone dies, it'll even them all back up to 80. They will all be at 80% health. So that's pretty good if you think about it. I know it's good. I really like Brionne. Definitely build it if you have one. So, and especially if you put him on Despair, which I don't have him on right now. If you put him on Despair, that he gets the stunts too, so that's really, really nice. So that's why Brionne's going to be coming in at 4th place. Now, 5th place is going to be another light dark, and it's going to be, as you guys maybe have guessed, natural 5-star Kraka, the Dark Hell Lady. If you're lucky enough to have these light dark guys, it's these, light dark and natural 4-star and all this. Like, build them. They're really good. That's why light dark nat 5s are hard to come by. So these guys are some good ones. So anyways, wound inflicts a dot for 2 turns with 50% chance. It's probably higher max skilled. I don't know. So basically just a dot. Second skill, attacks all enemies 2 times with a sharp wind and weakens the defense for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Your attack bar will increase by 10% when the attack lands as a crit. So it's basically just a death break on all the enemies, but it attacks 2 times and your attack bar will increase by 10% each when the attack lands as a crit. So if you crit all the enemies 2 times, it'll fill the attack bar basically all the way up if you think about it. See, if there's 5 people and you crit all 5 guys both times, it'll increase it by 100%. So you'll get the next turn. So that's pretty good right there. Second skill, an ally is revived with 30% HP and is able to use all skills. So I think she's the only monster that revives them with all their skills. Or no, I think Talasha, the Dark Undyne, also does that. But she revives at Cracker revives them at 30% and Talasha revives them on like 1 HP. So Kraka's obviously better than Talasha in terms of reviving for most situations. Talasha is very situational. You can use Talasha to revive like Trevor or Ramagod or something like that, Ramagos. But overall, Kraka's a better reviver, and it gives them invincibility for 1 turn. So that's really good because you revive them with full skills and they can't die. That's pretty good. You could see how that could be pretty good. I'm not sure how many turns it takes to reuse this, when you max skill it, but I'm not sure. And listen to this, defense of allied monsters in the arena by 44%. That's pretty good leader skill right there. So now we're going to get into some honorable mentions. The honorable mentions are in no particular order. I'm going to go ahead and just get into them. So the first one is going to be a farmable one. So this is why I put this one in here, so that you guys, I'm saying all these, guys that you might not have, anyone can get this reviver right here. Mycene, the Water Undyne. So it's in the fusion hexagram. If you don't have a reviver, go ahead and pick her up. I would. She's pretty good. A pretty solid reviver. So her first skill, basically if you crit, it'll freeze the target. Alright, so that's pretty good. If you have good crit rate, it's basically a guaranteed freeze. Alright, so that's pretty nice. And good accuracy, of course. The next one attacks all enemies, puts glancing on them for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Additionally, the attack will heal an ally with the lowest HP by 25% chance. I don't know any of the percentage or turns when you max skill it, so I don't know that one. So, anyways, glancing and a heal for 1 ally. Pretty decent skill, nothing special, it's alright though. And then this one, revives a dead ally with 40% HP. If the skill is used on yourself, you receive a soul protection for 3 turns. So, it revives him with 40% HP, that's a pretty solid revive, right? And then if you put it on yourself, like if your Mycene's about to die, you could put it on yourself, and when she does die with soul protection on, she'll revive right away with 40% HP, I think. So that's pretty good right there. You could see she's the best farmable reviver. She's not the best reviver, but she's the best farmable reviver. So if you want a reviver, I'd pick her up. She's pretty good. Anyways, another honorable mention is going to go out to just yet another light dark one in... Where is it? Trying to find it. Okay, Iona, the Light Epicon Priest. So, Iona's a great monster. Me and Spiral's, we have a shared account, a second account. We actually have an Iona and a Camila, believe it or not. That's the account we play the Camila Life on. That we have the Camila Life series going. That's that account. It has Iona too, so it's a pretty lucky account, and it's not even that good. We have like 3 6-stars, I think, at the moment. So anyways, we don't play on it too much. Anyway, so just basically an attack that recovers HP by 30%, and it's according to your max HP. Second one, just fill. Recovers HP of the lowest HP by 25 and 50% chance, so it's nothing that special. Anyways, revives an ally with 60% HP and increases the ally's defense for 3 turns. That's really good. Bringing him back at 60% HP and defense buff for 3 turns. You can see how that's going to be pretty good. I'm going to go through these honorable mentions, of course, faster than the regular guys. Anyways, so let's get into the third and final honorable mention. Is going to go to another natural 5-star. Vanessa, the Fire Valkyria, or Valkyrie, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but here we go. The first skill, attacks with sword, Seal of Fire, which is its second skill, is automatically activated if the enemy dies. So if you kill them, this one will go on a random enemy. Attacks an enemy dealing proportionate to the enemy's max HP, decreases their defense for 2 turns. So it's a 2-turn defense break and off of their HP, so that's pretty good. Second skill revives a dead ally with 30% of the HP, which covers by 15% per turn for the next 2 turns. So if you think about it, if no one hits them, the person that Vanessa revives, or if no one hits them, or if no one strips the little buff I think it comes with, which recovers by 15%, it'll revive with 60% HP after 2 turns. So that's pretty good right there. And another really big reason she even made this list, because the revive isn't that special, but look at this leader skill. Increases the attack speed of all allies in the arena by 33%. I mean, 33%, that's really good. So that's a big reason why she got in here. So that's going to be it, guys, for this video. That is the top 5 revivers and summoners were, in my opinion. So again, let's recap. It went Armana the Light Anubis. It went second place was Nigong the Light Pioneer. Third place, who was third place? Third place was, Eladriel, the Wind Archangel. Fourth was Brionne, the Wind Death Knight. Fifth was I know. 5th was Kraka, the Dark Hell Lady. And then 3 honorable mentions were Mykeen, Iona, and Vanessa. So, those are the best revivers in my opinion. That's my opinion again. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.